to stream. Title of this: Celebrities thought streaming was easy, but they were wrong. No. Let's see.
Right now, I think there's undeniable proof that's stating that the World Cup is the biggest event in the world.
Facts.
And for what it's worth, they're not just working with athletes, broadcasters, and global celebrities anymore. foryou has an official sponsorship and partnership with FIBA. He's making World Cup content. He actually even has a song that's connected to the official World Cup album.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. It is in the top 10 World Cup songs of all time. That song is fire. That song is fire.
It's crazy to think about this same guy that was on the internet barking just a couple years ago. But it only sounds insane until you realize what's happening. Streaming is no longer this niche corner of internet content that used to be very cringy to a lot of people. Kai Cenat built Streamer University, and all of a sudden, every athlete, actor, rapper, celebrity wants to be attached to it. Mind you, these aren't just C-list and D-list celebrities. Jaylen Brown applied, Ray J pulled up, Quinn Blackwell said that she wanted to be involved, Jackie Long auditioned, Lamar Jackson showed up. Hell, Le'Veon Bell, famous NFL running back, got mad because he couldn't be a part of it. So the question isn't just why celebrities are starting to stream now. The question is, when did streaming become so big that even celebrities started needing it? If you're new to this and you haven't already,
Once Kai took it to that level. Streaming is the way it is today because of Kai Cenat and Aiden Ross. Argue with a wall. I don't care.
please hit this.
And speed. Ooh, wait, hold on. Speed. Here, I'm gonna break it down. Aiden started the wave. Kai amplified it. And Speed took it to a whole other level. Yes. Thank you. It wasn't easy breaking that down. Thank you.
Subscribe button. It's gonna go a long way for the channel. We are closing in rapidly. If you haven't already, they just posted them, fans debated them, but now the relationship is starting to change. Celebrities are starting to enter into the streaming space because they recognize and understand this is where the attention is. But here's part of the problem. Streaming is not just fame with a webcam. A big name can maybe make somebody click once, but it cannot make them stay every week. And that's where this whole new wave of streaming celebrities become interesting. Some celebrities understand what it takes to be a world-class streamer. Some are clearly just visiting, and some are realizing that the internet culture doesn't really care if you have some big name in the rap community or acting or whatever the case may be, especially if you're just boring while you're live.
We are doing something that has never been done before. You guys are going to be able to watch some of the World Cup games right here on my stream. You need to grab Fox 1 on YouTube Prime channels. I'm dropping a full schedule of matches on my channels.
I did just purchase my Fox One subscription. So I'm going to be watching. Actually, I was watching. Oh no, it's a free trial. I think it ends today. Damn. Somebody send me some money, bro. Just like $20. Thank you.
Socials, and it will include the instructions on how to watch with me.
Before we get into the why celebrities are hopping into the streaming space, we have to understand why streaming is becoming impossible to ignore. This is not just rappers tuning in and pulling up to random streams anymore. foryou and his ties to the official World Cup is something that is literally insane. This isn't a small brand. This isn't some gaming tournament that has close ties and affiliation. This is the World Cup, the biggest sporting event in the world. This is not hesitation anymore, but this is full-on acceptance. When FIFA and Fox start to look at creators and say that, hey, this is something that we value that is big enough, just like the celebrities or just like the athletes, this is a huge deal. And it's not—
See, this is really crazy because at first it was the NBA. Wait. It was either the NBA or the NFL first, and then NBA, NFL. Now it's gotten to FIFA. Bro, FIFA's like bigger than both of them probably combined. So the outreach, that's why I say Speed took it to a whole nother level, bro. Like, bro has a song on the official World Cup which has been a soundtrack featuring Shakira and Pitbull and K9 and bro, all them names. A YouTuber / streamer is now on that list of World Cup songs. Like, the World Cup is the biggest thing in the world when it comes to sports, and that's crazy.
Not just iShow speed as well. Kai Cenat has proven to show that streaming is something that is bigger than it's ever been before.
When you talk about a Kai Cenat, you're talking about a guy, we did a live stream and we had 750,000 people locked in for 8 or 9 hours. That's insane. For 8 or 9 hours, these people stayed and watched. And not until the sleepover aspect started did it drop to like 500, 400. But you're looking at Super Bowl-like numbers. You're looking at analytics and data that transfer and equate to what you deem to be the biggest versions of success for television, for ads, for your biggest spots, commercial moments. These guys and girls are cracking the code.
Kevin Hart is hitting the nose on the head. You kind of got to think about how many eyes, I don't know, the biggest movies in the world get, or the biggest television performances and broadcasts get. And then also take into context that these things may only last about 2 hours. This one segment of this sleepover lasted 8 to 9 hours before they even got into the sleepover section. There's no other way to quantify that other than saying that Kai Cenat has helped push streaming into an undeniable space. And now so when he launches his streaming university and it becoming one of the biggest events to ever exist.
The reveal coming soon, chat. We're gonna make it, bro. We're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. We got to. I ain't make all that. I ain't made that application for nothing. Let's get back.
You now have everybody and their mother looking to apply, even already established celebrities and athletes.
A job? God damn, nearest airport? Why do you need to know all this information? God, don't let me.
Yeah, this is exactly why the Celtics traded you, nigga. Because what, like, you don't need this, bro. You literally make half of. Maybe I'm jealous. Well, I'm not. I'm trolling, but like. Like, imagine like having a podcast is one thing. Like, I don't know. It's cool to see. But then you look at it from like a NBA agent or the commission, like the team, the managers of the teams, like the Celtics manager probably looked at his player and be like, this man is applying to go get big on something else when he makes multi-million dollars putting a ball in a hoop. It's like, I don't know. That's why people can't take him as serious. It's like, why are we... Like, we watch you for basketball. And some people do find it cool. Like, I think the vlogs, like, I think Anthony Edwards... be on YouTube. Who else? Jason Tatum. Like, showing behind the scenes content where it at. I think that's cool to some people. So I think if you're an athlete and you take this route, hey, you bold. Cause shoot. I don't know, man. I think Scotty Barnes too. Scotty Barnes streaming. I think I just seen an Ayo DeSuma stream. I think like what, yesterday or the day before. Like, streaming is everywhere now, so.
We know you working for the feds now. If you working for the feds, bro, don't even have me, because that'll be some CIA type shit to have the cameras in there working for the feds. Don't be having the feds. Why do they need to know my airport and all my location and stuff? If I get arrested, Kai.
Hold on, yeah, you for the bottom two, we definitely got to go full screen. Can't be giving out the
shoe size. I'm a 13.
You might as well just go full screen here. You ain't want people seeing it.
Yeah, I can't let y'all see the emergency contacts and all that. Who should I put? Should I put my mom or something?
All the names mentioned before aren't just regular, everyday, random people that are trying to go viral. These are people who have already had long-standing careers in the traditional sense. Maybe not a Quinn Blackwell, but you understand what I'm saying. And all of them are at different points in their career, but there's one thing that they can all acknowledge is that the attention is lying with the streaming game. Streaming is what's relevant right now. Getting into some sort of content creation is important. So when celebrities are moving into the streaming game, it's signaling that they're not just bored, but they're understanding understanding that the culture has moved, that the advertisers have moved, the sports leagues have moved, the audiences have moved, and the celebrities are following it. But once streaming became this big, celebrities started to realize something else as well. The old promo system does not hit the young audience the same way anymore.
What do advertisers pay for? Eyeballs. Where are advertisers now going to get eyeballs? Streamers. If I can put up 5 advertising spots during a 12-hour stream with a person that's garnishing 250 to 300,000 live viewers, well, you're surpassing TV. So the business of YouTube, the business of Twitch, and etc., is over $1 billion in ad revenue now. That money used to all just be at the studio. So the studios are like...
Keep in mind, Speed has blessed a lot of people just by having things in the background. Like, think about that. What? Prime? He had a Prime sponsor, though. Prime, WWE, FIFA, like World Cup. Like, bro. Like, Buddy is so marketable. Like, not to say he's like a puppet, but he's like, when you want to get something done, like, especially the big businesses, like, IShowSpeed is now the guy to advertise anything for you. Even, he probably tops athletes now. If it's not LeBron, Curry, KD probably, you know, but he'll overmarket like at least 90 to 93% of people in the world.
What the man? Explain it to me.
The way of old is no longer working. I remember the days, because I am almost 30, I'm pushing it, I ain't gonna lie to y'all, where a celebrity would have a new piece of media coming out and they would go on the traditional radio, they would go on the late night shows, they would do all these interviews in magazines, walk the red carpet, maybe post a couple of promo clips here and there. But young audiences are no longer discovering celebrities in that fashion anymore. They're discovering it through stream clips, TikTok reactions, live moments, and they're discovering the celebrity when that celebrity walks into their favorite streamer's room. The numbers are backing these things up. Pew Research says that 90% of US teens use YouTube, 73% visit YouTube daily, and around 6 in 10 look on TikTok every single day. And I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I don't even know how Pew got those numbers, but I would say that those are probably on the smaller end. And when you understand all of that, then you can understand why every Tom, Dick, and Harry that has some sort of project, movie, or whatever coming out would be running to a Kai Cenat's bedroom in order to get some clips off.
Wait, I think there's still more. Mr. Beast, Tyler, Nicki Minaj, Lil Baby, Krishan, 21. Nah, there's definitely more for Mafia Thon, right, chat? Nah, there's still more people that have been in this room.
One of the reasons why I think that young kids are turning towards their phones and their computer
when he had John
screens
Cena,
to find trust is because they are sick and tired of having ads placed in their face. They have ad fatigue. A Deloitte study found that Gen Z and millennial viewers feel a stronger connection, a more personal connection to those social media influencers and content creators as opposed to the traditional TV personalities and actors. Why? Because there's a level of authenticity that does come with a streamer and a content creator that TV just can't generate, especially with the payola system.
Yeah, like you can't talk to your TV, but like you can talk to in a stream, you could chat in a stream. Like chat is a global word now. If you really think about it, if I'm making like a YouTube vlog or like I'm talking to YouTube, like I'll say chat, referring to the people whoever's watching. Like chat is now like my. Let me gatekeep something.
That TV has been, moving on for the past couple of decades at this point. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. I know that some of these streamers do get paid to say certain things, but there is still a level of authenticity to a guy like a Kai Cenat, Silky, Your Age, Plackboy Max, Sinners, Emily CC, Agent, Duke, Phantom, all these different things. These are people who are portraying that they are relatable to us. So if one of the perceived bros says that they're going to go watch the new Superman, Batman, Spider-Man movie, then guess what? I'm probably going to go see the new Superman, Batman, or Spider-Man movie. And it all doesn't feel forced at the end of the day. But you see, this is where I think that the traditional celebrity differs from the mainstream streamer that we're talking about. They don't understand that just because they see the numbers, the clips, and the hype, that this isn't a job. Like, this is a real job that has to be taken very, very seriously.
We're gonna be doing this pretty much every day, so make sure you tune in. These are the guys backstage. Say hi. You guys are killing it back here. Giving them a sneak insight on what's going on, really going on back here. This is where the real magic happens. Going on Twitch is like vulnerable as hell because like people who just feel shitty about themselves project and then they like write mean ass things, you know what I mean? Like it's already hard enough to put yourself out there and then you gotta read like, oh man. Like I read a comment, it was like the night after I was playing basketball, I was exhausted as hell. And they were like, Justin's not his exuberant, he'll never be his exuberant self ever again. Like he's lost his like charisma. I was like, what? I'm like, I just played basketball last night, I'm just tired. Then I start getting in my head like, man, did I lose my bro, did I lose my charisma and like my exuberance? Like I have a zest for life and like it just sucks that you can have a million people say the nicest things and then the one comment
gets in the heart.
Gets in there, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. What the fuck is the point of this being live right now? He doesn't even read chat. Who do you think set this up? Because I got a notification on my phone. Did anyone?
Hey, chill. I was trolling earlier about Jalen, bro. Like if they want to stream, like let them stream. Like there's really no problem. Like oh no, bro. Oh, that's just funny. This nigga ball.
Anyone else get a notification on their phone? And I don't even follow him.
See, this is the biggest misunderstanding that celebrities have. And I think it's sometimes a desperate attempt in order to keep hip and stay popular. But they feel like, you know, I could just cut the camera on. I could just say that, hey, I am X person that you know and love from this platform. Follow me over to this platform. They don't understand that streaming is a full-time job that doesn't have as many guardrails and safety nets as being a traditional media darling does. You have to control the dead air. You have to understand the chat. You have to be the one to create the moments. You have to know what, who, when, where, and why something gets clipped. You have to build the running jokes. And most importantly, you have to be the one that shows up consistently. Justin Bieber starting and stopping stream like that is exactly what I would expect from somebody who just doesn't understand the streaming space. Same thing with Ice Spice. She streamed for 2 days in 2025 and has not been back since. You have to make people come back to you and for you on a daily basis. And I think this is what differs the most when we talk about the traditional celebrity culture and what they're experiencing now. Usually they're used to walking into rooms designed, created, and curated for them to be the center of attention. The interviewer already has questions for them. The audience already knows why they are important, and they can edit anything and everything they can to protect themselves. The appearance has a clear start and ending to it all, but streaming.
And this is why they say, start a YouTube channel before you go into streaming. Because let's say you do streaming first and you try to get into YouTube, the streaming aspect, it'll ruin your whole MO entirely because you will get tired of not seeing consistent output from you streaming. Whereas YouTube, you can grow over time, and that overtime growth will make you feel a lot better than the slow growth that you get from streaming, because it is easier to get up on YouTube than it is on streaming. I just could clap it up for me. I just could. If you really understand what I'm saying, I'm gonna make a video on that to like actually break it down. I'm gonna make a video on that to actually break it down. If you actually want to understand what I'm trying to say, because people get kind of. I really realized if I didn't start doing YouTube before I did streaming, I would have quit myself. I probably would have quit by now. I'm gonna be honest.
It just doesn't work like that. For streaming in real time, people are judging whether or not you are or are not entertaining, boring, or worth listening.
You get reps for streaming by doing YouTube. YouTube is your reps, and the results show with streaming. And then streaming becomes your reps when you see your clips everywhere. Results. You know what I mean?
They're giving you critiques and criticisms about different things. And there's no way to hide the faces that you make, the weight, the haircuts, all these different things, your boring personality from a stream. The whole Justin Bieber situation felt really funny because Justin Bieber, for the most part, is a very, very, very private person. He suddenly starts to spark up a stream and it feels strange. Not because he's not allowed to do this thing, but because this is the opposite of who he is and what he's all about. And with him growing up with a team for the most part who understands this dynamic about him, they've most likely curated an environment surrounding his personality traits. This is probably why he didn't last so long in the space with the unfiltered nature of streaming. But I will say not every celebrity gets lost in the streaming space. They're not trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. Hell, for some of these people, I would even argue that they were the ones going the traditional route, trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. And streaming is their square hole for their square peg.
See me as JB the MVP, about to go 1, 2, 3 on the next. I'm stacking up them checks and you gonna have to fight me. I don't beef with niggas, I beef with Nike.
I see you're a little delusional. You and Speed got a little thing in common.
Jaylen Brown doing things the right way, and you can't even hate. You can't even hate. He actually stayed down and learned the game before he just got on his bed and started doing anything. He's smart with it.
Huh? Speed can't mess with me. I raced Speed after knee surgery.
The fact he doing that with an NBA schedule too, you gotta give props. He's doing that with a full 82 game special. Damn, schedule. And I think he only missed, what? This thing I said like 10, 12 games because of injury. So that's
he tried to
swerve around.
He tried to social engineer his win.
Engineer his win.
Speed, if you watching a rematch.
Yeah. What up, look good, bro. Hey, just let me on, man. Watch out. Holy shit. Look good, bro.
Watch out. Hey, I gotta get a selfie with this dude. Hey, I sniped you, bro. I was like, yo,
are you street sniping?
If Blackboy Max is asking me why don't men want to twerk, I'm telling you, because I don't want to see that shit, bro. I don't want to see that shit, bro. That's why. That's why men don't twerk, bro.
Some celebrities are actually doing a great job embracing the new streaming space and streaming culture. They understand that this is a way to really get down and dirty and close to their loyal fan base, the people that actually want to tap in with them for their personality as opposed to the talent that they portray on screen. I think Doja Cat is one of the better examples in all of this. She doesn't just stream because she's promoting something. She's streaming because she genuinely...
I did not know that. Or at least consistently, I didn't know that.
Enjoys gaming, talking to people, reacting to different things, and just being a part of internet.
Dang, imagine if Nicki Minaj, Mariah the Scientist, or imagine if Alicia Keys streamed, bro. Dang. Them numbers will go crazy. Them numbers will go crazy.
Culture. It's clear to see how she grew up based off of what we're seeing on her streams.
Carrie.
There's a level of authenticity that is there that can't go unnoticed. I think Jaylen Brown is another good example. Jaylen Brown just feels like
Burna Boy on that. Hold on.
Authenticity that is there that can't go unnoticed. I think Jaylen Brown is...
I'm gonna go back and watch that. I ain't gonna lie.
Is another good example. Jaylen Brown just feels like Blackboy Max if Blackboy Max was like 6'8" and was dark skinned. And even if you don't want to go all the way into the streaming space and you just want to be a part of the culture, I think Sexy Red is a perfect example of this exact same thing. No, she doesn't spark up from her own Twitch account very often or at all even, but she is at the DreamCons of the world. She is around all these various streamers and content creators and YouTubers, and
I think she's a great feature to have because like she'll bring the entertainment slash like she understands the game. I think even if Tyler the Creator did streams too, dang, it's a lot of artists that should really look into this, bro. They should really look into this streaming stuff. I'm telling you, bro, streaming, we just getting started. Like in the next 10, 15 years.
Seems to be a part of the streaming culture. Snoop Dogg, Ray J, Blueface, and you can't not mention Soulja Boy. Tell them. They are all people who are celebrities and are famous from their own lanes, who not just have the personality to fit into the streaming lane, but are taking the most advantage I've ever seen when it comes to getting into this space. These people, for the most part, have always...
Because if Snoop can do it, I'm saying chill, calm, laid back. That's a vibe, bro. Anybody's capable of streaming. Well, let me not say that. Let me take that back. You gotta learn the game, bro. You gotta study. Bro. I didn't start until like 7 months ago, but I was watching for like the last 4 or 5 years of Speed, Kai, Rage, Aiden, Bruce, like I was studying, like learning how to do this. I'm not gonna copy. Like imagine if I came out here dancing like Kai, or crashing on the stream like Speed. Like you actually have to learn the game and try to maneuver it into your own little type of sauce. Cause once you do that, nobody can touch you, gang. Cause then you done brought something out new to where other people start looking around like, okay, that's new. We like that. We gonna look into that. I'm preaching right now, fam. Keep practicing.
Understood internet attention better than most, and they are actually utilizing streaming to their best advantage. The stuff that they do doesn't feel like a promo, it feels authentic. Oftentimes we get people asking, you know, hey, what would you be doing if you weren't doing X, like playing basketball or rapping? And for these people, I can genuinely say these people will be successful streamers even without the cachet that they hold behind their name. They aren't shoving things down our throat other than authenticity, realness, and memes. I think why this is so important is because these people understand that, you know, streaming or building some sort of internet presence isn't something to be casually done. The internet doesn't work that way. You can't breadcrumb people here and there unless you've existed on the internet for a long time. These people understand that streaming is a community and it's an audience, something that has to be cultivated and nurtured day in and day out. And it shouldn't feel like it's something forced, or your audience will feel that same pressure. So when people are asking, why are so many celebrities getting into streaming? The answer is not just about clout. It's about adaptation. Streaming has become too big to ignore. And the reality is the audiences have moved. They are no longer going to the Best Buys.
Clips, TikTok, bro. TikTok has blessed people, literally made people's careers, families being fed. Like, it has pros and cons, but TikTok is a blessing to a lot of people. So, and streaming is like it's like a slingshot. Once you let that bitch go, it hit TikTok, so if you get lucky, it's already to the moon.
Or the FYE album stores looking to purchase the latest and greatest CDs. They're no longer going to the Blockbusters or whatever video rentals to purchase the movies. Hell, they're barely going to the movies. The movies have just had some sort of recent uptick. They're not listening to the radios anymore. They're not watching the daytime talk shows anymore. They're literally going towards the internet in order to get their fulfillment.
I didn't watch no talk show until the Knicks went on Jimmy Kimmel and Seth Meyers and the Good Morning America. I didn't watch that in years, bro. In years. Like, imagine, hey, somebody should probably, Max should probably talk into that. Imagine you had Jalen Brunson. Imagine you had OG Anunoby on stream. Dang. That's bro, Cat, Josh Hart, bro.
Hell, even in sports, like you being the best player in your sport does not automatically mean that you're going to be some notable or favorable professional in your field. They're looking for who has the most motion on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Twitch. So if all that moved, then naturally I would expect some of our favorite celebrities and athletes and rappers to move. But at the same time, it's exposing a lot of them as well. Those people that think that, hey, I got a big name, I should just be able to get a click off, are finding out in real time that people really just care about the talent that you can produce, as opposed to, you know, you being an actual interesting person, which isn't inherently a bad thing, but it's a reality check nonetheless. And I think those that master this element of streaming and social media content creation will be here for the long run. They already have a boost based off of, you know, their skills and talents that they can display out there in the real world, but then they're cultivating this audience that will be with them up until they ultimately decide to stop. Why? Because they show up every day. They're consistently cultivating and nurturing their audience. They're not just breadcrumbing people by showing up here now and then are gone again, but they actually understand internet and streaming culture. I'm actually looking forward to seeing a lot more celebrities hop into this space, and especially when they collaborate with content creators who are already established. That's probably my biggest thing in this, is when they embrace internet culture as opposed to trying to make internet culture embrace them.
I think there's a
W video, bro. Video, man. Telling y'all, chat, like, once you learn the ropes, yo, Malik. Oh, that was earlier. Yeah, I didn't see that. But once you learn the ropes, you know what I'm saying? Or is that recent? Yeah, I ain't see it. Yeah. But yeah, man. Once you learn the ropes of the streaming stuff, bro, really tap in. No matter who you are, as long as you tap in, you get it. You gotta get it. You gotta understand it. It becomes light work, bro. Well, getting the numbers is another thing. But look at us, bro. We almost to 100 followers, gang. And we started with 0. Like, it ain't even possible, bro. You gotta work towards it.